Tonight, Monty and Mazza get physical. With Katie Fitness. It's time to face the fitness.
Oh dear, there we go. I did it! Hey!
That's very good.
Just trying to push all the right buttons in all the right order. Bearing in mind, I can't usually get the intro together, normally the best of times. But
Just to unmute me.
just to unmute you, yes. But I had a lot more buttons to push this time round. So yeah, I'm quite glad that worked out. Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mazza McBob.
Yeah.
Hello. And welcome to the second Diet Podcast of 2021. This is Diet Podcast February edition. And this evening with added KD fitness workout.
Yeah.
Which I've teased nicely, I think, in the in the intro. Saying earlier on when we were talking, I was like, yeah, once I've got everything set up, I'll sort your pictures thing out, but I haven't done that, have I? So you're going to have to waffle for me in a minute.
That's all right. I can go through some stats first before we look at Maz's menu.
Yeah, whilst I'm sorting out the images, because I haven't managed to do that yet. Yes. But, yes, let us know what you thought of our intro in the chat. I can see we got D-Bot on so far, and Smiler Rainbow. And Karen is on.
Chat?
Are you not seeing chat? Oh, you should be seeing chat.
No. Why? Oh, now I see it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and if you join late, if you haven't joined the beginning of the stream,
go back and
watch the intro.
It was very sort of X Factory.
Well, that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going for that. I don't know why. I just felt like I just thought it needed a bit of this show needs a bit of razzmatazz.
I agree. That's good. You're setting a precedent. What can we do exciting next time? We'll have to think of something that you can do a fancy intro to.
Well, I figured we're doing the Diet Podcast monthly now, so it needs some higher production values.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So there you go. But that being said, it's still the same old Diet Podcast. So this evening we'll be going through the stats in general, having a look at some menu items over the past few weeks, and then going on to our sort of main feature of this evening. So sticking to the tried and tested formula of the show.
Yep.
Yeah,
definitely.
So yes, do you want to kick off and let us know how you've been doing, and all those in chat, please feel free to chip in with how things have been going so far for you guys out there since our January show.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well. It's nice to sort of see how people are getting on. I think there's probably been, mixed success at the moment, but it's winter, which is difficult. So in terms of my progress then, if you can call it that, I set myself a double figures goal of at least £10 in the last month. And it's suffice to say, I didn't get anywhere near that, not even vaguely. I actually lost this month a paltry £2.5. But I do have some very good reasons why, which, well, you can call them excuses, I guess, which I'll talk about shortly. So basically, that means that since the beginning of 2021, now 2 months in, I've lost 7.1 pounds, £23 in total. But I'm still half a pound off where I was in the beginning of December. So basically, I've held ground for 3 months, which is not that impressive when you think about it. Since the beginning of my endeavour, though, I've lost 10.77% body fat, total mass, and I am currently 31% of my way to my total goal. In the last month, my body fat percentage has decreased by 0.4, which is a 3% loss in total now over the whole duration. So, yeah, a couple of pounds, wasn't quite the £10. However, the reason why I've not done so well this month is because about a week after our last podcast, I got told by the doctors that I was probably anemic. And being on a fasting diet causes you sometimes to be a little bit nutritionally deprived because you're just not eating enough food to get the right nutritional content. It was another sort of health reason why I was going anemic. It wasn't just because I was fasting, but I imagine the fasting probably didn't help the situation. So for the couple of weeks while they were doing blood tests and confirming and getting my prescription for iron supplements, I kind of went off the diet for a bit. I was sort of trying to be still mindful. I was generally having sort of 12 to 1400 calories most days, so I wasn't going crazy with it, but I certainly wasn't fasting, and that sort of set back the progress. And then there were 2 weekends where I was a bit naughty as well, which, bearing in mind that I wasn't making headway during the week and then had 2 naughty weekends as well, it sort of made it a bit tragic. So I certainly haven't lost like half a pound each week. It kind of like I lost about a pound in the first week, then it went up by about £4, and then the last couple of weeks I've brought it back down again. So that's why I have not made much headway. However, in the next month, I will renew my last month's target, and I'm going to go for £10 because now I'm all sorted with my iron supplements. And I talked to the doctor, and she said it's absolutely fine for me to do to carry on doing a fasting diet. So I got the okay from that perspective. So yeah, all cylinders ahead.
Oh, good. It's good. How are you feeling in yourself, though?
Metaphor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's either all cylinders firing or full steam ahead, not all cylinders ahead.
Well, that's like I say, does the Pope... oh, no, I can't say that. No.
Yeah.
Is the bear a Catholic?
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Yeah. But how are you feeling in yourself, though? Because I know you have some health problems, but
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, to be fair, like iron deficiency, it's supposed to sort of, it can manifest in various ways, like tiredness and such like, which I haven't really had a problem with, but I am cold all the time, which I had assumed was just to do with this fasting diet. But I actually read that, being really cold is actually a sign of anemia as well. So may possibly be that, which is why I sit here with blankets on and the fire on a lot of the time. But it's been fun, looking up all the foods that have iron in them. So a lot of them are foods that I love. I mean, all green stuff for a start. Meat, obviously, I'm a meat eater. Things like chickpeas, edamame beans. Red wine has iron, so it's just taking my medicine.
Yeah.
It's just my medicine.
It's good medicine. I don't, I have no red wine. I just went and had a look. I don't have any.
You should come visit me. I could give you some.
Oh, glass of red wine. I don't have any in the house. Oh,
sorry.
It's my fault. I'm just not. It's not good enough. Is it?
I wouldn't normally do this on a Monday, but I did sort of say before the show tonight that I haven't had a drink all weekend, so I'm treating myself for a change. So I normally would have a couple of drinks on the weekend, but I feel like I missed out.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Well done for doing everything you've done, considering,
Small loss.
Yeah. Yes. I do have the pictures sorted out now for doing your menu. So that's good. Karen went back and saw the intro.
She thought it was great.
She thought that was good. Yes. And this is the problem with live television, or trying to do things live. I've now lost I've lost the video that we're doing this whole thing around tonight. So what have I done with it?
Oops.
I can't find it.
Look under the table.
I know.
Maybe
There it
it's
is. I found it.
in
It's
the gaps
okay.
in the chair.
I was panicking, but it's okay. I found it now.
Good.
Oh dear. Yes. Right. Should we do Maz's menu?
Yeah, I guess so. And like last time, I've just tried to pick a few things that I've had different. So they're slightly odder choices. But in context, I'm still having the usual things. I'm still having avocado on toast and the little tomato bruschettas. I'm still having salmon for dinner, beef stews, meatballs, all those kinds of things. I've only included here a couple of the things that I've done that are a bit different. Some of them are, real cheaty, easy, out of a tin type things, but you don't always have loads of time to prepare food. So I thought, that could give people a few ideas as well of, how you can whip up something quick and simple.
Yeah. Right, here we go.
Don't know what order they're in, so I'll so that one, those sorts of curries I've showed before anyway, but the chickpea curry, so I did have a chickpea curry right at the beginning of the diet, which I didn't find very sort of satisfying, and I used to do it just as chicken. So this time I've done it with mostly chickpeas and a little bit of chicken. But this was an example where I just had some leftover veg from the day before, so I decided to do a little portion of 2 different curries with veg, so it just looks really pretty, I thought, and just shows like a different curry that I've done as a moving on from the beginning of the diet and what I felt then. Is that white wine?
No, I think it's a gin and tonic.
Somebody brought you something nice.
Courtesy of Smile and Rainbow. Yeah.
Oh, bless her. Katie Fitness loves the intro as well, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad he liked that. I was wondering whether he would like it or think, why did you use my big gawping face?
Don't call his face gawping.
Well,
He's got a beautiful
I know
face.
that's why I did it that way. Because I was like, we all want to see his lovely face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, next picture.
Next.
Because you've seen the black dal and stuff before. So this one, I don't think, I looked back because I thought I must have done this one. But, I don't think I've done this one, which is weird because it's something that Chris and I have really quite often. But, I have done before a couple of the recipes from the T25 book. And this is one of those. And actually, one for you, Karen. So this is supposed to be done with tempeh, which is like a type of fermented soybean. It's a vegan food. And it's supposed to be tempeh and broccoli with a peanut sauce. And the peanut sauce, I think you make with a little bit of vinegar and I'm trying to think. We put a little bit of sweet chili in it because we think sweet chili goes really well in this peanut sauce. But yeah, we do it with chicken effectively. So we do chicken, broccoli, and peanut sauce. But you can make this vegan quite easily, or it's supposed to be. And I think it's just so filling and lovely. The peanut sauce is yummy. So yeah,
the peanut sauce makes it rich and sweet.
Oh, it's so good. And actually, ours went a bit thick there. You can see it's supposed to be like you sort of pour the peanut sauce over, and this was a bit
I know,
thick
but
and
I like
claggy,
it.
but
I like it thick and I like it thick and claggy. You gotta have it thick and claggy.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
But I would recommend this one. It's so simple, but it's so filling, especially with the peanuts. It's so full of protein as well. So yeah, nice one.
Smiley, we should make this. Because I think you'd really like that. Although, of course, it's chicken. I forgot. But
yeah, but
anyway,
you could do it with tempeh or something. That's the thing. This is supposed to be a vegan meal. So I'll send you the recipe as it's supposed to be, and then you can do what you want with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Now this one was one of those this was done for a lunch, and I just thought, what have I got? I haven't got anything. I'll throw something together. So I grabbed a tin of beans. They happened to be butter beans. I used 80 grams of the butter beans, one small tin of sliced mushrooms, and a quarter of a jar of tikka sauce. And then just put it all in a thing, whacked it in the microwave. Well, I think I might have done it on a hob actually. Heated it up and then stuck it in a bowl. So it was like super quick and simple, essentially a vegetable tikka. But because it all came out of jars and tins, it didn't take very long at all to do. And it was very tasty. So yeah, quick, simple lunch. Not the sort of thing you'd normally think about just whipping up for lunch. Now this was just a bit of a treat, really. I hadn't had a piece of toast and jam in about 6 months. And I got a new loaf of rye bread, which I hadn't had for a couple of weeks. I'd sort of run out. And I thought, and also I had my homemade jelly jam in the fridge, which I hadn't had for ages either. So I just thought I'd go for toast and jam. And it came out at 200 calories, which isn't too bad really for a breakfast. So this is just, really how you can just still have treats, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's not too bad as long as you do it in moderation.
Yeah, it's my problem with that is where's the other 2 bits
You'd
of
want
toast?
4 of them. Yeah.
Oh dear.
This one was, this is the sort of thing that I was thinking about when I was low in iron. So I read that edamame beans are high in iron. So we were just trying to work that in. And this calorie count is for 4 fillets, which is what's on the plate there. But I actually ended up having 2 extra ones. So I did actually have more calories than that. But that was the original intention for how big my meal was going to be. So it's 4 mini fillets. We just we've got this Edinburgh Reserves curry paste, and I tell you, they are absolutely delicious curry pastes. So all we do is put a couple of tablespoons in with a load of chicken, smother them, stick it in the oven for like 20-25 minutes until they're cooked through, and then you can have it with whatever you want. And in this case, we had it with edamame beans. It's absolutely delicious. Especially
Nice.
they come in sets of 3. You can't buy them as like a separate jar of stuff. They just come in like gift sets. And they're different ones. There's a Balti paste, there's a Thai curry paste, and there's a Indonesian curry paste. And this one is the Indonesian one, which is my favorite.
Very
Well,
nice.
yum.
Very nice.
It's almost all protein, that actually.
It is.
So this
yeah.
was breakfast. This was a little bit of a higher calorie breakfast than I normally have, but it was just so convenient because I've started buying halloumi in these little sets of burgers. So you get 4 burgers in a
You
pack.
get like a disc in a little pouch.
Yeah, it makes it really convenient for sort of portionizing and calorie counting, so I don't have to weigh it out and everything. And what I did was I took a tin of the mixed beans, which is with Tesco. It's mixed beans in a vinaigrette, so it's actually got a little bit of flavor. It's slightly sweet. And I did a third of a tin each morning, and then one of the burger discs. I had a burger left over that I had to use one lunchtime, but so yeah, I had that for breakfast 3 times one week, and it was absolutely delicious. I've got to say, with the sweetness of the beans and then the saltiness of the halloumi, it was absolutely delicious.
Those pouches of halloumi discs, like those burgers, are great, unless you forget that they're full of cheesy water, and you cut them open while sat doing a barbecue, and you empty the entire contents of the cheesy water into your crotch, and it soaks through your boxers and literally through the chair that you sat on. And then not only that, but then you do it twice because you forget.
Fool you once, shame on the packet. Fool you twice, shame on you.
Shame on yourself, yeah. I've done that to myself twice now. Yeah.
Silly Billy.
Yeah. But everyone likes halloumi. It's just nice, isn't it?
Oh, and for the vegan one, Karen said you can also use something called "This Isn't Chicken," which is amazeballs.
Yes. It's amazeballs, apparently.
And no chick is yummy too, as well, apparently. So this one was a little bit random. So this one I just had today, actually. But on the weekend, I had one of my usual things where because I get veg boxes, sometimes I get a bit of a build up of vegetables. I had 3 beetroots, which I don't know if have you ever cooked fresh beetroot before?
Smiler, that's probably yes.
Yeah. So all I do is put, a bit of salt and pepper, a tiny drizzle of oil, wrap them in foil. So I had 3 of them. And then you just whack them in the oven for like 45 minutes until they're tender. Try and like let them cool, then peel them. And I just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt over them and then put them in a pot in the fridge. So I had 100 grams of that, which was only 76 calories. And this soup. So this soup, sometimes when you make like a anything soup or an if it soup, it can turn out terrible or it can turn out amazing. And this soup turned out amazing. So I had a whole celeriac that had been in the fridge for ages. I had 3 leeks that I didn't really know what to do with. I had a whole pointed cabbage, which the previous week I'd already chopped up a load of cabbages and put them in the freezer. Cook them and put them in the freezer. So I thought I don't want to do more of that. So yeah, chopped a whole celeriac, a whole cabbage. 3 leeks and a couple of potatoes just to give it that kind of creamy potatoey sort of thing. Cooked it all down, whizzed it up. It was slightly bland, so I added a couple of chicken oxos, some liquid seasoning and some garlic puree. And oh my God, it's so nice. I mean, D-Bot will know this, but sometimes when you go to fine dining restaurants, you get like a little complimentary espresso shot of soup, and it's like really, really lovely flavor soup, often quite a smooth soup. And I swear, this tastes like one of those little samplings of a really yummy soup that you'd get in a nice restaurant. I'm so impressed with it, and I've got like 3 kilos of it, so I'm delighted. And it's ridiculously low calories. It's something like 29 calories per 100 grams. So I can literally have like a massive, that like one of those big boss style mugs of it, and it still only comes to 170 calories. So bit of a winner.
Yeah, that's something else we could do, Smiler, isn't it? We haven't done one of those random soups in our soup maker for a while, and we quite often like that. Something to think about. We're trying to think of meals to do.
Karen's saying she can remember the halloumi juice going on the amazing barbecue you did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's twice I've done that.
And Smiler Rainbow says we can use the soup maker to make some soup this week if you like. I
Oh,
don't know if that was in response
Was
to you,
that-
or if you were just having the
Yeah,
exact same idea at the same time.
I don't know. Maybe we are in sync.
Great minds.
Yeah, that's what happens when you've been together for 20 odd years. Right. Was that the last one?
Is that the last one?
I think that was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go. A few random bits and bobs.
Few randoms, and
And all the other usual stuff.
And if anybody else has had anything nice over the past few weeks you want to share with us, D-Bot's saying butternut squash soup from the artillery tower.
Exactly. That's what I said to Chris. Is it reminds me of that. It's just got that nice, smooth, warm, just really tasty. But you can't even like really pinpoint what the nice flavoriness of it is. I mean, normally with celeriac's quite an overpowering flavor, but that doesn't massively stand out. You can't massively taste the leek. I think the potato and cabbage just provide a nice generic base, but it's just really tasty, really yummy. And I'm probably going to be having that for lunch like every day for the next week or 2.
Nice wholesome lunch to keep you nice and warm leading up to
exactly.
March.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're getting. Well, I didn't say my stats because I haven't got any. I
Did you not weigh?
No.
You did, but you don't want to say.
No, I didn't. I didn't weigh. I don't want to know.
Right. That's fine.
It's not going to be happy news.
No worries. No pressure.
Next time.
You don't have to lose weight. This is my mission, I guess.
Well, yeah, I do need to lose weight, as you're about to see. I need to lose a lot of weight, which is going to become very self-evident in about 3 minutes' time. But we're going to work on it. Yeah, it's all a process, Maz. It's all a process, and we've been going through.
It's about gradually coming around to a new mindset, maybe.
Yeah. And I find it difficult in winter, especially when it's been winter and lockdown. I've just been holed up in this house.
Yeah.
And maybe now the sun's coming out, especially like today, and lockdown is starting to ease. And we're turning a corner, people. The nation's turning a corner. Slowly, cautiously, but that corner is being turned. I'm determined. Yeah, she put a penguin in my gin. I'm not quite sure what to do about that, but there you go.
What, like as in a chocolate bar?
No, it's like a little plastic ice cube.
Oh, that's
It's a
cute.
penguin. I was going to take it out and show it to you, but I'm not going to because I'm just going to make a mess.
Oh, I see. Like a frozen one. I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a frozen. You can't quite see him floating
Yeah.
around in there, but yeah, there's a penguin.
Yeah, I've got some like Mickey ear shaped things like that, and I've also got some
Yes.
whiskey stones.
Yes. Yeah, actually, I've got some on my desk. They're in a box. They're there.
Ah,
These are
that's
whiskey
no good if
stones.
they're not frozen.
No, they're not frozen. I'm going to have to freeze them at some point. Yes, so on to the feature part of our... I'm really
There's some
looking...
bits of this that are very ungainly and unflattering.
Maz, I've seen the video. You've got nothing to worry about, trust me. It's... Yeah. Yeah. Here we are. So basically, I've not edited this at all. It's just the whole workout. It's like 40 odd minutes long.
You're just going to skip through.
But we'll
bits,
just start it off, and then we'll skip to bits, and then when we're bored with a bit, we'll skip on, and we'll just pick our way through it.
And can you hear what we're all saying? Is it like 3 audios on top of each other?
It is 3 audios on top of each other, but I've got
Okay.
sort of Chris as like the main audio really. But I
Right.
think you can just about make us out, not particularly well because we haven't got mics on or anything, but you'll see. You'll get the general idea.
Cool, go for it.
Here we go then.
Try and keep limber, keep mobile.
So this is just the
amazing day. Oh, we've got
the
one.
sort of
Is that Cal? Oh, Cal, nice. Awesome. Yeah, we're all starting to come in now. We've got 3 people in. Rosie, hey.
it's just like him like
Maz.
waiting for everybody to come online, and
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a few minutes.
I think you're trying to get a cat out of the room.
While you're here, I hope
Yeah,
you're ready.
I sort of initially said, oh, I've got a feline friend here, and then he sort of went to the door and wanted out, so I let him out. I thought all the better, actually, then I don't have to worry about him interrupting halfway through.
Really important to keep hydrated. Hey, Lee. Good to see you in. Okay, a minute to go.
I'm really nervous.
Then
as
we're
you
going to
know.
get on with this. We're going to get started. Going to get moving.
I mean, the thing is, like,
Ruben.
regardless of what we do, the crazy thing is how energetically Chris does it. It's just off the scale, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
looked-
The last
'Cause I
2
do-
rounds, I'll let you
I guess
know.
to preface
Little
this,
secret, last 2 rounds are going to be core.
I
But
do
not the
everything
standard
like
just
low
sit up.
impact
Oh, no.
versions.
Not just
So I
doing
step
that.
instead of jumping, and I do modified
Okay, guys,
burpees.
6 o'clock. I'm going to start the music and we're going to get into our warm up.
Chris says we're going to work out our core, and I said I haven't got a core. I've got like a marshmallow.
But like, despite the fact that I'm doing hardly anything compared to Chris, I'm still absolutely knackered, which just goes to show how fit I am.
Same. Well, you'll see how much I do. I have to say, I did hurt my my leg bone and left leg during this, so it became a little difficult for me to do anything like that lifts my leg up. But you know, hey, I try my best.
I couldn't quite figure out how to do this initially.
No, neither could I. I don't think I ever get it.
Yeah, there, I got it. So it's, yeah, sort of, I think I step forward and clap at the same time. So you're actually jumping there. Goodness me. See?
I don't do that for
Ah.
long.
Right.
Look at you going for it, though. Much more than
That's
I
enough
am.
of that. I'm like,
Step back. And up. Step back. And up. Warming up these thighs. Stretching out that upper thigh as well. Stepping
We're
back.
not doing too badly.
oh well, it is only
Next move, we're going to be down
What
in
did Katie
2
Fitness
minutes
say?
in. It's 2 minutes into a 40-minute workout, so you know it gets
I know,
messy.
I'm just saying, it doesn't look too terrible.
And down we go. Downward dog.
Smiley Rainbow says she's inspired to work out more following your efforts.
She has been doing T25 since I did this. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Bring that foot up.
Karen said that she's fallen off the wagon after running and then injuring herself. She's not been in the right mindset, which I know you were doing a lot of running actually, but I hadn't realised that you'd injured yourself, so I'm sorry to hear that.
Feel that stretch on the inner thigh.
This move was horrible. This was like my least favourite thing of the whole workout, I think.
1, 2, 3. Knee up. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't do that again.
I'm not surprised. I should have mentioned that I didn't think you'd be able to do the spider lunges with your leg the way it is.
That's it, good. Getting that footwork. Getting it moving. That's it. Next move is going to be power squats. I told you, legs were going to feel it tonight.
Chris looks like he's on super fast mode.
I know.
He is. This is the first time through the warm-up, and when he goes second time through the warm-up, he goes even faster. It's crazy.
Step. And up. If you can, jump those feet out to the side and back together.
I felt I was doing really well when I was doing it. Now I'm looking at it. I'm like, God, Mark, you're hardly moving, mate. What are you doing? Actually do
Well,
some
that's what I
movement.
think when I look at it. Compared to Chris, I'm hardly moving. But yeah, to be fair, I'm squatting a bit lower than you. To be fair, but
When you land, if you need, step.
Well, my knees are all shot. I can't even kneel down or anything.
In Norway,
yeah, my knees are great. To be
eyes up,
fair,
looking forward.
but you know, for everybody else's context, I've been doing these sorts of insanity exercise thingies on and off for a few years now, so I've got a lot more experience at it than you do.
Oh, hi, Joe. Hi, Rob. Joe and Rob are with us this evening. Well done for your £44 down on
44
fat. Well
pounds.
done. sir.
Amazing.
Well done.
Again.
Bonkersly good.
Picking that pace up.
Good job, sir. If you didn't see the intro, Rob, later on go back and watch the intro.
Come on. Good. Push. It's coming. Chest under jackal.
I can if I get rid of the chat.
That's it. Stretching out across the front of the chest here. And moving those legs. That's it. Arms
I
up.
love the tune as well.
In line with the shoulders. Good. That's it. Come
Well,
on.
we're kind of
First lunge after this.
chose the same sort of like we're doing the same sort of modifier there with that one.
Yeah.
Step back. Here it is.
Always
Slight
check behind
bend.
me. Make sure I'm not going to trip over anything. So you're stepping forward, not back.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm starting to lose the
We're going to go down in plank after this.
Oh no,
You're
I got
thinking,
it.
I'm beginning to struggle now.
No, I've got it. No, I've got it now. I've got it now.
Hey, that's
One,
it.
off we go. Downward dog. And spider leg.
Yeah, I'm like, no,
I
no,
don't
mate,
blame you.
no.
I didn't want to do this for a second time, I admit. This was the most horrible move of the whole exercise, I think.
The legs. Push back. Come forward. Gonna come up on the
I mean, it doesn't seem that energetic. I don't know why I found it so difficult, but when I stand up from that, I'm puffing and panting.
I'm
It's
like-
not even cardio.
He's not even
I really
finished the warm up.
struggle.
There you go. I do one. There you go. Oh, I did it. There you go.
That's moving a little quicker now. Keep with me. Warm up's getting done. That's it. Come on. We've got 3 moves after this.
I'm starting to think.
All right, so this is the work. So this is going into the first round, is it?
Good, good,
Oh,
good.
I don't
Come on.
know.
Keep it moving.
I'm starting to rethink my life choices at this point.
To the chest.
See, I really love this one. This is one of my favourite moves,
Out
actually.
together. Either jump or step. Either way, we can push
Oh
out,
no, this
come
must
back.
still be the same thingy, is it? Third time through?
Yeah.
I thought you only did the warm up twice through.
That's it, you got it. Ski jumps are coming. Going to Norway.
Yeah, ski jumps next. So should we move on to the next round? Do you want to skip forward a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I can. Well, where should we go to? Say when.
That's the ski jumps. And then,
Alright, let's go. Jog it out. Come on,
so that's jog it out. That's the end of the warm up then.
Look at me jog. Look at me go. Wow.
Nice work. Hope you're feeling warm
So
now.
that- warm? I'm done. I'm like,
That water.
turn me over. I'm cooked.
Throughout
Checking my
this
heart rate
workout.
as I'm going through.
Okay, first round. We've got a big move.
Yeah, as Katie
X
said,
jump
you
to
know, it
burpee.
takes time to get used to this kind of level of workout.
Moving.
Obviously, we're just trying it just to see how unfit we are, really, more than anything else.
Yeah, it was more for comedy value than anything.
Yes, exactly.
There's your X jump, then down. Feet stay wide, back.
I mean, maybe I'll do the same one in 6 months' time, and we'll see if there's any difference.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Second.
Maybe February 2022.
So wide burpee.
Yeah.
That's it, come on. Here we go.
Yeah, so I'm doing the modified burpee, but he didn't show the modified burpee at this point, but he does on one of the other burpee moves later on.
If you need, guys,
But it's like you
step
reach
back,
both hands forward and
hand up,
1 foot
step
back, and you
hand
sort of
up,
alternate.
struggle with burpees.
I don't know what's going on at this
Elbows
point.
in, high knees. Slap those thighs. That's it.
I've got to slap the I've got to lean over.
The idea of slapping your thighs is to bring your knees up, not your hands down.
That's it, good. Push off the toe. If you need, you can slow this move down. But ideally, you want to go at your own pace as fast as you can.
Yeah, we're definitely slowing the move down.
Push, push, push. Scissor
Yeah,
line.
Joe, he could do one. He could do one that's tailored to our abilities, but I don't know if we could really restrain Chris down that far.
He finds it difficult. I mean, he's, you know, he operates at that elite athlete level, and he does find it a bit difficult to tone it down.
Yeah.
I mean, he can do. He's got the capability to, but and then what? We'd want one every week, and then, you know, so I think the modifiers work pretty well at the end of the day. If you do
Yeah.
enough of this kind of stuff, and you know what they all are, then, you know, it's quite natural to do that. And as Vicky would have seen from the T25s as well, they always have low impact modifiers, and I just do those, and I can muddle through.
Stop coming.
Yeah. It is clever.
Back down.
See, if you'd have known the modifiers at this point, then you might have been able
Here's
to do
your
it.
water stop. That's the first round. We've got
Oh
10
no,
more to
I'm
go.
gutted.
Keep these legs and arms moving.
So I thought there was like
Keep working.
3
guys.
sets of 3
20
rounds
seconds,
each,
we're
which is
hitting it
9 in
again.
total.
Same move.
So I'm there
Start
going,
with
there's
X
7
on
left, there's 6 left,
Wide
there's 5.
burpee.
Got down to 0, and he did a whole other round of another 3. So completely ignore my numbers.
Yeah.
Down, back. And up.
I was like, I thought it was the end, and I'm like, what? What's he doing now? I thought it was over.
I love that. This is my 1
20 seconds,
attempt.
we're hitting it again.
Watch.
Same move, start with that X
Like
on first.
I decide I'm gonna try one, right? Right.
Taking those legs down. Okay, here
It's
we go.
funny.
Down, back.
Right, here we go. Right, here we go. There we go.
30.
One.
Let's hit it.
And there we go. I'm up.
And that is another valid way of doing it, where you do like the walkouts and the walk forward.
Yeah.
That's another way of doing it rather than jumping. But I find, you see, the thing is, as I get acid reflux, so for me, doing things in like downward dog style or jumping about like bending over, it does cause my acid to come up. So that's why I
Right,
tend to
yeah.
prefer being upright when I'm exercising.
Yeah.
And the legs. Good. High knees, elbows in. Slap those thighs. I'm feeling on, breathing heavy now. That's it,
He's
good.
breathing heavy.
You're
I
going
kept
at
checking my
your own
watch,
pace.
like my heart rate, it was only around like 130, so not quite as bad as it felt, but yeah, it started off around 80, so certainly had gone up quite a bit.
Come on. That's it, breathe heavy. Scissor run. Feet forward and
Just
back.
needed to grab the bar for a bit, did you?
Yeah.
No higher, shoulder
You're
high.
jumping on this bit again, though. You're doing this one better than I am.
Watching you now. I'm with you. Let's do this. Come on. That's it. We've got burpee low squat coming. Keep moving.
That's because I can't work out how to do
Good,
it.
nice and quick. That way we can work the core as well. That's it. Push, push. Come on. Let's go, burpee. Low squat. Low squat hold.
Maybe if you want to do any more of these, we could try and do one together at some point, and I'll teach you all the low impact
You
maneuvers.
can make sure I get the maneuver right.
And squat.
See, he's showing this time. So you're doing it this time because he's showing you how to do it. See?
Oh yeah, there's no good. There's nothing going into my brain at this point.
We're going. Header.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So
Alyssa.
the point where you
T-dog.
needed your inhaler, was this
Header.
after you finished or was this during?
Come on, this is
No,
the
it's
last round.
it's
Got a
during.
minute power move on this one.
Well, it's actually at this point I'm realizing that I should have brought my inhaler down with me,
Jump burpee, let's go.
and my leg's starting to really hurt.
Wide burpee.
I should have done all that
Ouchies.
jumping, like, you know, just.
Yeah.
Come on, that's it. We got 5 moves, including this one. Let's go. This is your last round. Do what you gotta do
You've checked out.
to get through.
Yeah, well, I've just gone to check my leg because it's just started really
Yeah.
throbbing.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just sometimes though, I can just like step off a curb and do something. It just my bone hurts. It just hurts.
Knees up. Knees up. Knees up. That's it. Good. Woo. Core is getting it now. We've got scissor run coming.
Should we go on to the next round, maybe?
Sides.
Yeah.
Those legs working.
I don't know. Just, wondering. Don't have to.
That's where Smiler comes down with my inhalers. After I said that I could do with my inhalers, she comes down with them, so I'm able to go and
1, 2, 3.
take my inhalers
Bless her.
so I can breathe.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Come on.
Rob said about a deck of cards workout.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got this. Come on.
I think it's like
2, 30 seconds.
you
1.
pick the number and that's how many
Right.
reps or something, or something like that. Not sure.
Don't know. That sounds dangerous.
3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2.
Yeah, just for those that don't know, in about 2010, I broke my left leg really badly. So it's got a titanium rod in it and screws holding it together.
After that.
And even though it was like a decade ago now, it still causes me trouble.
We're gonna go into our second.
Causes my knee trouble, and it just if I do anything that impacts on that leg, I don't know whether the rod moves or something, but I just get a lot of pain in my bone.
First move, speed, hit the floor.
So I got to try to do things. It completely wasn't Rob's fault.
Keep it low. That's it, you're not coming all the way up on this.
But yeah, it's just for anyone who just doesn't.
So when Chris was doing like the running like this, Karen said, "Is that him running on Fortnite?
Nice and fast. You're gonna feel this
Running on the
work.
spot?"
Yeah, well, Rob and I, we talk. Hopefully at some point we'll be able to get like a VR
1, 2.
running machine, like an all immersion like suit. There's some really interesting technologies in the market at the moment that are coming out this year. That'd be fantastic then, because then you could actually play Fortnite in VR, like running along, and it'd keep you fit and play computer games at the same time.
I want to see you sweat as well. Come on, team.
Yeah, I'm sure one of those like sci-fi films had one. It was like slightly curved or something, and then it could sort of rotate, or I don't know. But
How did I stick that into the wall? With screws.
As we can.
Yeah, I know. I lean on it, and every time I lean on it, I'm like, oh, I don't think I should be doing that.
Big one on legs after this.
it's their ballet bar. That's your dance studio.
It is the dance studio, yeah. That is the dance studio.
Push, push, push. Knock this workout out.
I like this one because this one looks like I'm actually doing
Low
something,
jump. Keep the weight down.
and I can do it.
And hop.
My feed's just dropped out. That's probably just my phone.
There and step.
No, it says
One way
everything's
for the
good.
other, let's go.
Yeah, like I say, it's probably just my phone.
I quite like this particular part of the workout because all the exercises I could,
Keep the form.
Yeah.
Come over
you know,
speed.
not the jump, but I could do the action and I can do the
And time, grab
the
the
running
grip.
and the hand
Shake these legs
thing.
out. I know your legs
Yeah,
are
they're like the
feeling it now.
punches.
Yeah.
Bill, yes. Yes, big man. Keep moving. Keep these legs working. Oh my God, I did not know how hard this was on legs. Let's keep it there. Come on.
Yeah, you're
Give us
telling me.
speed. Hit the floor. It's coming.
So I do this first one like really well. I actually get a little jump in there for a minute. I don't know where I had this sudden burst of energy, but it didn't last very long.
Hit the floor. We know the moves.
See, there we go. Doing like a little jump.
Push in.
Actually, just picking up the pace for a minute.
Yeah, no, I want no.
It didn't last very long.
Breathe. Keep working. What side burpee after this? Come on, go.
I love the big Katie fitness poster. I want a big Montalban
1,
poster.
2, 3, burpee.
We got it from, you know, Ian and Al.
Yeah.
If you need, go for
Yeah,
it.
we got it from Alan. He's got like his own printing business.
3 shuffles.
It's like a giant canvas.
Hmm.
Come on. Sit your way. Keep it moving. You got this.
It's like you're about to stop, and then he says, "Keep it moving. You got this." And you're like, "Oh, move a bit more."
Boxing training. Knees up. And punch. That's it. Come on.
On the first time through this, I was like, "Yep, I'm punching Chris right in the face."
Yeah, I was just kind of picturing that in my head, thinking.
Bless him. It's
Yeah.
not his fault.
Keep breathing. Sit good. Come on, work it.
Look at that killer.
Go, bro.
Oh, hello, Anna. Stacey McCoy is in chat.
And at this point as well, you can start hearing me going, "Ah, ah." You just, yeah, just constant, my heavy breathing.
Water stopper's coming. Come on.
I like the way you're actually turning around as well. That's dedication.
Yeah,
30 seconds, we've got
Of
the
course.
third round. Yeah. Oh, someone's laughing there. Come on. Good.
I'm remembering the pain.
That's it.
I'm kind of
enjoy it.
reliving it
Come on,
like a
let's work
trauma.
it. Here we go. Last round means we've got a power move at the end.
skip a little bit forward, maybe
Yeah.
towards the power round. What's the power move at the end of this next round?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably something horrible. Does the punches, does the globe turny things.
We're about halfway through now.
And we've got a power move. What's this power move? Oh, star jumps and then tuck jumps.
If you need, step this move. And knee up, knee up.
Let's just pretend I've dropped a kebab.
Let's go, good. Come on. 4, 1, 2, 30 seconds. 30 seconds left, come on.
30 seconds, it might as well be 30 years, mate.
Good, and 2. 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot to hit the like button as well. Done that.
Come on, nearly there.
Everybody hit the like button, by the way.
Make it worth it. 2, 3.
I can't, I haven't got my phone. I would have, but I don't know what I've done on my phone.
I mean, we could
That
do
was
that,
a
couldn't
cheeky
we?
round
Like,
there.
Chris could do
Yes,
the
Cassie.
KD Fitness high octane versions, and then I could do a low octane for the Chubba Lubbers version
Okay,
of
guys.
his
Next couple rounds are gonna be
exercises.
core.
And I'll do the
Yeah.
pensioner version.
It could get a whole
If you
separate
need a mat, then
following.
grab a mat. If you haven't,
You could
You've
do
gone
the how
hardcore,
to do
you
these
know,
exercises from a seated position.
I need a mat, look, and look. I need a mat, and like it's like magic.
setting up for now. Sitting down.
And I'm like, I haven't got a mat. I've got a pack of mats, but not an actual mat. So I just grabbed a pack of them. Ah, magic mat.
Sitting up back straight. And moving as fast as we can.
There was Smiler Rainbow there the whole time. Was she cheering you on?
Yeah, she was just making sure I didn't pass out.
That's it, good. You can even do the seat
I like this because I'd get to sit down. At least that was the thing at the beginning. I was like, yes.
I didn't like
But
this.
no,
I never liked these floor
after a few
thingies.
minutes, my legs didn't like it at all.
I got to a point even halfway through the second round where I couldn't, like this just simple lift of the legs, like the front of my legs, like the tendons, I don't know what, but I couldn't, they just felt so heavy I couldn't lift them anymore. Every single time I'm pulling one up, I'm like, "Argh!"
Anna's like, shout out to her dance studio.
Yeah, it's very cool. I was very poor at this bit.
I tried my best, that's all I can say.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least this stuff won't hurt your leg, for example.
Okay, sit up. Both knees this time, just lean slightly further back.
And I couldn't, there's no way I could do this with the both legs.
Coming in. To the chest.
I was like, I can't. My legs are too heavy, I tilt forward.
No,
It's
my
like, Chris, bless him.
my problem is my coccyx still hurt from when I fell down on the ice a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so sitting like this on my coccyx was really painful. I've got all the excuses. I've got like a big book of excuses. I'm just rolling through them one after the other.
I mean, I started doing one, I was like, oh, I can only do one leg at a time. And then he did at least offer that as an alternative. So I was like, oh, that's okay then.
Roll those arms forward. That momentum is going to help you come up.
That's
Is
as far
that
up as
your
I
full
go.
sit-up?
Yeah, that's it. That is it. There's no way I'm getting that up off the ground, not without breaking. There was no chance. So that's
You got to use your arms, you see. You put your arms out and you fling them and it kind of takes you up.
no. But I was clenching my stomach with all my might.
Yeah, you're
so,
definitely, you're doing crunches for sure.
that's all I could do.
At this point, I was like, what's he doing now? I've never seen him do this one. And then I realized he was just doing a stretch.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, let's set up. Get back down there. Go into those single knee tucks. Feet out wide.
And I'm still there at this point thinking, this is nearly over. Second to last round. Boy, how wrong was I?
Light tap on the floor. Light tap. I don't want to hear you.
See, at this point, I'm like, "Ugh," with every move. I cannot. It's so hard. See, Chris finds it so easy because he doesn't have like a big fat belly pushing back on his leg every time he
Well,
tries
no,
to pull his
that's
leg
the
up.
problem. It is. It's like a spring.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like your stomach acts like a resistance band, which really begins to wear on you after a few minutes.
But my legs do have to carry my bulk around, so they've actually got a little bit of muscle in there because of what they have to carry. So there's that.
If you can, knees up.
Maybe skip forward again to the bonus bit.
Yeah.
That's where we did the row. Did you manage the row? I guess that would have hurt your coccyx as well.
I
wouldn't it?
tried a roll.
Then he goes through it a third time.
Oh yeah, I'm still trying.
Yeah.
Still effort going on. I'm blowing now though.
Go bicycle leg.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Focus on the spot in front.
I think we just make it
I'm like,
look hard, Annie. Right. Yeah.
There's the full sit-ups, and
Oh,
then he
there you
does the
go.
row. I quite like a seated row exercise. It's not too bad, but the problem was my legs were so done in by this point. I couldn't even. You see, but I'm having to like hook my legs under the knees to just put them in the right place. I couldn't even move them of their own accord by this stage.
If you look at my face, you can start to believe that I'm actually on a lake. I don't know where I'm at this.
30 seconds. Come on. Let's go quicker. It's not a race, but who's going to be first?
You're rowing somewhere.
Dig that ball. Into the water.
Anna's saying, "How are we both alive? It looks really hard." It is really hard. You should try and do one sometime,
Yeah.
Anna, just to get a feel for what Chris does on a weekly basis.
Come on, love.
I mean, I love at the moment the fact that these KD Fitness, he did all these in the summer on Facebook, and he's now releasing them onto his YouTube. And because it was done in the middle of the
Okay,
summer, it's
next
just really
round,
nice now
fourth
in the middle
round,
of winter to
core
have
again,
this
but
little
we'll be up on our
dose
toes
of
for this one.
bouncy sunshine coming from Chris every few days.
I don't think he did this one during the summer though, because the apple tree's not
Okay,
got
the
any
first
leaves on
move
it.
is going to be knee driver.
Yeah, it might have been the autumn, one of the autumn ones, maybe one of the last ones of the summer that he, last ones of the season he did before it started getting too dark.
The body, arms out to the side and across.
Because I think he did them up to September or something, and then we went into like another lockdown or what have you, or I think the gym reopened for a bit or something, and I don't know. See, I quite like this one, but I was just gutted at this point. I thought it was ending, and then I was like, what's he doing? Oh no, we got a whole other round.
Why are we still going? It's only 2/3 of the way through. Why?
Whichever way you're looking, that's the way your toes pointing.
You didn't choose an easy one, did you?
That's it, good. Come on, push, keep working.
To be fair, he gave me a selection of several, and I looked at them all, and they all looked really hard. But you could look at any one of like 20 or 30 of them, and they're all really hard.
Slam ball.
It's kind of his, it's his demographic, I guess.
On the floor, bouncing that ball on the floor. Let's pick that pace up.
Burp, 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 burp. You get.
I did pick the pace up. I didn't jump anymore, but I did go slightly faster.
I definitely did not pick the pace up by this point. I have no pace left.
You definitely don't have a ball in your hands either, do you?
No.
You're supposed to be bouncing the ball on your knees.
I didn't get that. To be fair, he is on a little laptop on the other end of the dance studio, so I couldn't really see too well. And by now my eyesight's not that great. It's all blurry and seeing stars and seeing things that aren't there.
That's it, fantastic work.
Your thighs are out. I found early on in the exercises my calves were hurting the most, and then after the stuff on the floor, my fronts and my legs were really hurting. And how have you been feeling since? I know you did yours yesterday. I did mine the day before. Have you had any aches today?
Yeah, my legs are aching today.
I've got aches all over.
Yeah.
So yeah, my calves, my thighs, my hips, my abs, my trapezius and my glutes, all aching. So that's pretty much everything from the shoulders down and the ankles up.
Yeah. Anna thinks I'm slowly becoming a zombie.
Yeah, your arms are just going to go out like this in a minute.
I want you to focus all that work onto the core, onto those abs. Abs like slabs. Let's get them. Come on.
No, my abs are never going to be like slabs.
No.
After that knee drive,
Abs like flabs, maybe.
Yeah.
Take these arms out. Let's set up. Get ready. Here we go. Arms up. Feeling it. That's it. Off we go. Slide bend with that supporting leg. Getting low.
It's like you start off like this, like you're going to be really enthusiastic, and then you're like,
That's not how I'm feeling in my brain. In my brain, I'm doing all I can, but when you look at it, it doesn't look like anything. It looks like
no,
I'm
I
hardly
feel that
moving.
way when I'm doing like squats and stuff. I feel like I'm going really low, and then I look at it back and I'm like, oh yeah, that is not very low.
Yeah.
Let's go. Slam ball. Side to side. You've got that ball in the hand. Let's twist. That's it. Push off the toe.
Yeah, Chris's enthusiasm is always on point, and like he's bonkers. He's the Energizer Bunny, I swear.
Look at him go, look. You wouldn't believe he's just done everything he's just done. He's just going, he's just bouncing about.
And he's not just doing it, he's talking the whole time. Like anybody who's done hiking or mountain climbing whilst trying to hold a conversation realizes that it's actually really difficult, like when you're trying to breathe, to talk. But he just keeps going.
Come on. After this, you've got that lunge and twist.
It's all my effort right now just to get my leg off the
You're
ground.
you're like, actually, you're going for it there. Like your movements are much better there.
Bending that, slight bending that, supporting leg.
I'm starting to really flag by this point. Like I started really dialing it in towards the end. My movements got a bit more you-like. I just couldn't. I was like, oh, this is just too much now. I've had enough.
Opposite foot. That's it, come on, 30 seconds. Then we get that water stop. Time. Grab your drink.
And this is the last one and the last.
Great, yes, Chris. Boom.
Well, I'm hoping everybody in chat, everyone in chat's burnt a couple of calories this evening.
Just watching
Just
it,
watching
yeah.
this.
Now, the
Your
final
body's
round.
thinking,
That means we've got 5
I've
moves.
done some
One of those
exercise
moves
in
is
the
a minute.
last hour.
Let's stick with it. Stay strong. Let's get ready. Set it up. Starting with knee drives.
Is this the last one?
Let's go. Let's do
I
it.
hope so. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah.
Every move. As fast
I mean, you know, like Chris was saying, do you think, you know, you probably just, anybody who's watching this will never want to do one of my exercises after seeing you guys do it. And I said, well, I see it the other way. I reckon if people see that, you know, even like somebody as overweight as me can do it, then anyone can have a stab at it. You just have to, you know, bring it down to your own level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we definitely inspired Smiler. She even got up at like 7:30, 6 this morning and did a T25 in the dance studio before we got out of bed.
that upper body.
Very nice. Well done, Smiler. I must admit, I do like a T25. I mean, this one here is a 45-minute workout. T25s are similar in style, but they're 25 minutes, so it's just that much easier to kind of fit it into a busy lifestyle. And for me, 25 minutes, you know, my heart rate is going by then. So yeah, half of what we did here is plenty for me. So yeah, I do like them. Maybe I'll get into T25s again soon.
Lunge and twist. Come
Yeah.
I'd like to lose 10 more pounds, and then I think I'm going to start cranking up the exercise once I've lost another 10 pounds.
moving. Keep it going.
I'm surprising myself right now that I'm still upright.
Come on, stay strong. Push, push, push. That's it. Stay focused.
Yeah, my foot's hardly leaving the floor by this point.
Step. And opposite hand to opposite.
But my ponytail's swishing around, so it looks like I'm doing loads of work.
You can't beat a good ponytail swish.
Yeah, a bit of hairography.
Yeah, for sure.
Apparently I've just done my daily step count.
Come on, keep it going. Keep it there.
I haven't done that for a while.
Hey, look, yeah, if someone is as obviously as fat as me and as unfit as me during lockdown, just sat basically in this room for the last 6 months, can come on YouTube in front of everyone and give it a go, then, you know, anyone can give it a go. You know, I think that's what people should be taking away from this. That nobody should be afraid. Everyone should get out there and at least give it a go.
And the other thing is, you know, if there are difficult ones, which is probably another thing I should have mentioned to you, Mark, but when there's anything that you can't do, any moves you can't do, just do a little march on the spot. That's just like a little holding pattern for, you know, as long as you keep on moving, that's the main thing. And a little march on the spot.
That's a good piece of
you know.
advice.
Or you know, even just like maybe punching on the spot or marching on the spot is just something you can do to just keep moving if you can't do. I mean, when Chris does some like crazy, you know, one-arm press-up stuff in some of his exercises, and I can't do anything that requires that level of upper body strength, not being the weight that I am. I mean, being A, heavy, and B, you know, having no upper body strength makes press-ups really hard.
Amazing work. Now, what
So
we've
yeah,
got to do,
you just march
we've
on the
done
spot.
hard bit, but now we've got to
Punch
focus
on the spot.
on these stretches.
Yeah.
We're going to run through a few with us. Main
Now,
ones that we've
Maz
used
turns
today.
it off at this point,
Stick
but
around
I'm
with
going
these.
to let it go because it's an important point at the end of a workout. You should make sure you stretch it out and warm down.
And just hold these stretches for a little longer.
I was just like, it's over.
You were like, it's over. I was like, I'm out.
Push that back
See ya.
to the floor. Back is straight. This one you're going to stretch out down the back of the calf, and you should feel a bit around the top of the hip.
But yeah, it is an important point, you know. And I did do quite a bit of stretching out and warming down. And I had a nice hot shower afterwards as well. And I think, you know, I did this morning. I did wake up, and most of all, my legs are achy. I am suffering with my left leg pin is hurting, but apart from that, the rest of me is feeling pretty much all right.
Standing on one leg, balancing on one leg. If you need support on the wall, then do so. If you're outside, then on a fence or a tree.
Yeah, I was gonna
Whatever
say, it
you
makes
need
me
to do.
wince to think if you're doing this with the other leg, pulling it all tight up behind you like that.
You get to push the hips forward and relax. Switch sides. Good. Nice. Knees together. Push those hips forward.
Yeah, I grabbed the little hook on the back of the
While working
trainer.
out with someone as well, make sure you keep that 2 meters. Push those hips forward.
Again, handy belly bar.
After all the sweat
Yeah,
that you're doing.
yeah, it is a
You're gonna
handy
wanna
belly
stay
bar.
fingers
Yeah.
away. Shake those legs out. Legs straight now. Just breathing out.
Anna would do the same as me.
I'm gonna
Bye-bye.
Come down, push that chest to the floor. Keeping these
Thanks,
legs
Anna.
nice and straight. They're nice and straight.
Anyway, there we go.
Well, Karen reckons that her dog Loki would wear Chris out. Would love to see them running around together. That may well be the case, but we have seen many times Chris, for example, with a bunch of children, and people will say, "Oh God, those kids will wear Chris out," and we're all like, "No, it will be the other way around."
Yeah.
And generally, Chris does tend to, keep going until everybody around him gives up.
Yeah, for sure.
But it would be fun to see him face off against Loki.
He is the family energizer bunny.
Certainly is.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this because I know he's watching, but Chris will, kind of gradually get older over time, and maybe at some point, he might start slowing down. You never know. But
I don't
kind of doubt it somehow.
I don't see it. Not in my lifetime, anyway.
No.
Maybe after I'm gone, my kids might see it. But yeah, not in my lifetime. Yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah. Well, I hope everyone out there enjoyed that, watching our pain, and I certainly enjoyed making it, and I think I'm going to try to make it a regular fixture of my life. I'll keep you posted on how well that goes.
Yeah, and we'll have to think of what to do as our feature for next month. Anybody got any ideas or what have you? Let us know. And other than that, we will come up with something cool.
We will come up with something and post
And
it.
I'd suggest as well, as this is a 28-day month, that we'll do this one probably the exact same day next month, so 22nd of the 3rd, as this is 22nd of the 2nd.
Yeah, so everybody be mindful that the Diet Podcast is now monthly and on one of the last Mondays of the month. So yes, that'll be the next one in March, towards the end of March. So please, join us for that one. If you're watching this on catch up, please put your ideas of what you'd like to see in the next show in the comments below, because all ideas are really gratefully received. One of the things we're probably going to do is refresh the Diet Podcast page on our website. If you want to go to www.montyband.com, check out our website. We're going to refresh the Maz's menu and the Diet Podcast page on that. We might do a bit of a show and tell type thing on that next podcast, and go through some of the lovely menu items we've seen since we started this podcast back in August of last year, and give you a walk through what we've done.
So I'm going to actually construct it around having things more like recipes, and actually explain how to make things and things like that, rather than just pictures of food with a calorie count.
Yeah, Smiler wants to see more videos of us doing things she says Monty VR boxing.
Well, yeah, that would be good. I was thinking once we're sort of past the 29th, maybe for April's, we could do some sort of exercise outdoor expedition thing. Maybe we could pick a big tour to try and sort of summit. And see how we manage that as how puffed out we get doing that, which could be fun. But yeah, obviously lockdown and stuff difficult. Didn't think about VR. Yeah, could do something VR like.
Yeah, and I'm sure
exercisey wise.
Rob might be up for doing something with that as well. Yeah, with two ends. Yes, with two ends. Monty Band with two ends. Yes, but well, I really enjoyed today's episode, and
it was fun in the making as well.
Yeah. Even though I put that video together, that's actually the first time I actually have watched it, because I just couldn't bring myself to. It was just too cringe for myself to watch it. So it was kind of good watching it for the first time, but yeah. And I suppose everybody will be expecting some kind of cool intro that I've got to make for the next diet podcast now.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah. But I think that's about it. Unless there's anything, there's nothing we missed in the chat. I think we've.
Don't think so.
I think we pulled everything out of that. Thanks for Joe and Rob coming along. D-Bot as always. Thank you, Ludicrous, Katie Fitness, for popping along and checking us out. And
Karen,
thank you for letting us use. Thank you for letting us use your video as well, Karen, in the southeast. Thank you for joining us again, and my beautiful daughter Anna. Thank you for coming and saying hello. Yeah. Thank you all. The show is not as good without you guys coming in and joining in and chipping in. So we really appreciate it because it makes a better show for us. So thank you. So when was the next? When did you say the next one was? The
22nd of March, because this is the 22nd of Feb. So yeah,
Right, yes,
Monday 22nd.
28 days,
1 week
yeah.
after my birthday. So
Yeah.
the week before, I will have had maybe a day or two off diet, but other than my birthday weekend, I'm going to try and be pretty strict this month. And as I say,
Right.
I'm shooting for £10 this month, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And the last thing I just want to say was last night it was a big milestone for me because the Montalban channel got to 100 subscribers last night. Yeah.
Well done.
And Montalban Live's at 60. So we've gone up a few on both channels in the last week. So that's pretty good news.
Excellent.
Yeah. So yes, good night everyone, and we'll see you at the end of March, 22nd of March. So. Have a good rest of your February, and let's hope the end of lockdown all that's coming soon. So, cheers everyone.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.